Thanks, Abby. Does have the feeling of a bit of a dead rubber now, this one, although Mason's gone from having no chance, having a small chance of turning things around, but only 3 games in reality to get ahead of Dudbridge and Newton would be some feat. He's more than capable of winning 3 games, but I'm not sure that both of them are capable of losing both of their remaining games. That is the problem for Chris Mason. As for John Walton, the tale of the week for him has been getting 1 win per day. Will it come in this match? There's nothing to suggest that he can get the better of Chris Mason based on how the pair have performed over the week. But on how Mason has performed today, this could be an opportunity for John Walton.
Yeah, I don't think... I mentioned this yesterday. Nothing surprises me anymore. And just when I thought I'd ran out of surprises, I mean, that last game, Wes Newton running around the mid-60s and then rattles off 2 fantastic legs.
First leg is John the throw first. Game on.
Well, I'm sure there is a Waltons movie. We're asking for the dart-themed films today. Board of the Rings is one that I've got recently. That's pretty good.
100.
Tweet us at MSS Darts. Let us know. Swap one word in the title of a film to make it darts-themed.
180.
Mad Maximum.
Really should watch more films so I could join in with this.
85.
Another thing that I'm thinking, if we haven't heard from Paul Nicholson, this would be right up his street. So I'm guessing he's not watching because he doesn't want to see Chris Mason performing like this. And putting pressure on himself.
140.
Well, Chris Mason's race is now to get into that Group B where Paul Nicholson will be sat. So I think we're probably all
85.
wanting to see that game tomorrow night.
Yeah, excellent point. It's probably a race between him and Tony O'Shea, who's just beaten him, of course, a couple of games ago.
140.
How much he might be kicking himself for those mismatched darts at the end of it. But what a start to this one against Walton.
100. Chris, you require 41. Nine. John, you require 131.
Mason missing a chance to go out in 11 there, which would have matched his best of the week. 11 darter. Both him and Wes Newton have achieved
41.
that.
Chris, you require 32.
Be happy enough with the 13. Or the 14, or the 15 to be precise, as long as it goes in.
No score. John, you require
We'll be happy with
90.
the double 16 after the single. It's offered John Walton an opportunity.
Another or the treble. Double 5.
85. Chris, you require 32.
Just missed.
Yeah, that's game
Just
short in
hits.
the first leg.
It's a
Chris
break and
Mason.
throw for Chris Mason. Well, John Walton will not be happy with that double 5 attempt. Closer to the treble than the double.
Second leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
Mason opened the last leg very strong.
123.
This one very strong.
Yeah, it's almost like all the pressure has gone and Mason has now returned to that level. But a 180 from John Walton
140.
could have put some pressure on him in that leg. Still a good start in response from the Yorkshireman. Will we see a break back mountain?
125.
I don't think of any films that have got like a longer title to them. I keep thinking of like, the short ones like Armageddon or Click. There's not much to change.
140.
Well, our roving reporter Phil Bars has let us know. I mean, he's changed a couple of words, but I'll give him this one. Dart Wars, a new mace.
180.
Well, our presenter Abby Davis has gone for Rocky Balboa. You see, you're really lagging behind here. I thought you would be front and centre of this feature.
31. Chris, you require
I
73.
genuinely only watch like 10 movies. Aladdin, Free Guy, Daddy's Home 2.
Yeah, that's game short in the second lag.
Tell you what.
Chris Mason.
This is a blockbuster performance from Chris Mason. 2-0 up in
Third
this
lag
match.
is John the throw
A
first.
dozen darter
Game
there.
on.
An average of more than 107.
That's despite that bust 32 as well.
This will be
140.
kind of bittersweet though for Mace, won't it? Knowing that he's doing it when he is doing it.
180.
Well, fans and friends of Chris Mason, it's time to take the screenshot again.
This time they don't have to cut the other side off because this is 2.5 legs in, and he's got
55.
the 3 180s on the board as well. Well, we had to get a little bit of cropping going on the other day just to crop out the minor details of the amount of legs that he'd played.
45.
I see some frustration there. He did mention in his interview with Abby yesterday that he was starting to count darts when he was playing well. He wants to put in a big statement. He wants to put in a big
100.
notable average. We're still waiting for first 3-figure average in this group. The highest so far, 95.49 in a single match. Come the end of the match, Chris Mason is certainly threatening that here.
$66. Chris, you
95.49
require
was actually by Chris Mason.
136.
He's trying to beat his own record.
Now, he may well have
96. John, you
hit
require
bigger
140.
in county matches, etc. But in terms of actual logged games of darts, Chris Mason's highest average is just
60.
over 100.
Chris,
So he
you
could be on for a
require
personal
40.
best here, certainly in a televised game. Highest average on TV for Chris Mason, 100.02 at the 2000 World Championship.
Yeah, that's game short in the third lag. Chris Mason.
Well, he's one leg away from blowing that out of the water. 104.86
Forward lag
after
is
3 legs in this
Christopher
match.
first. Game on.
I was still in school when Chris Mason hit that.
That was a famous match as well against Raymond van Barneveld. Brilliant game of darts.
140.
Chris Mason beating Barney 3-1 before going on to lose in the semi-finals in a final set. Could have been his year, the year 2000.
121.
Who knows? Maybe 2023 could be his year.
Year 2000, great song. Pulp.
45.
I was thinking of year 3000 for a moment then. I've been busted for my musical taste now.
24.
Both absolute bangers.
Well, this is a divine darting display.
100.
Just a little reminder as well, isn't it? It's
81.
likely that he's going to be in Group B or C. It's a reminder to all the other players in whichever group he's in that he might well be the man to beat. And it'll be interesting to see if he is made favourite for whatever group he's put in now because of the performances he's
100.
produced.
Well, he's third favourite now to win the entire week. He was 16-1 at the start just to win this group.
He's 116 points away
95.
from recording
Chris,
the
you
first
require
3-figure
116.
average of this week. You would think that Chris Mason kind of deserves to have that honour next to his name. Double top to get it.
Game,
And that is the
shot,
best
and a
performance
match.
that we've ever seen from Chris Mason on TV statistically. 22 years on from his previous 3-figure average on the telly, Mason has produced a 103.66 in a whitewash over Walton, a real darting demolition job where he only gave his opponent one dart double in the entire match, capped it with that three-figure finish of 116, and Chris Mason produces something even better than anything we've seen before. It has been really impressive stuff from him. He may be just about out of the race to top the group, but he has shown a superior standard to all of the players in Group A. Can anybody match it? We'll find out over the next few matches here at the Super Series.